So in this video, we're going to discuss separable variable, which is one of the most useful methods in solving a first-order differential equation. So sa last video, I gave you the gist or introduction kung anong gagawin natin sa separable variable. Alright? So let's have a recall. Let's just say meron tayong dalawang variable, x and si y. Okay? So, if we have f of x on the right side and on the left side pala, and on the right side of the equation, we have f of y, then dapat ang kapartner ni f of x ay dx. And ang kapartner ni f of y ay dy. Yun lang ang gagawin natin. Tapos, we will integrate both sides. And then, that's it. Alright? Basta yun yung gagawin natin. Alright? So, ulitin ko. If we have a function of x on the left side and we have a function of y on the right side, then dapat ang kapartner ni f of x ay dx sa kaliwa and kapartner ni f of y sa kanan ay dy. Alright? So, let me give you an example. Let's start with the easiest one. Okay? Let's just say ito. We have we have y, hindi, bakit y? Mali, sorry. X all over y is equal to dy all over dx. As you can see, si dy all over dx, naka-fraction pa rin siya. Right? So, how can we make x combined with dx and y combined with dy? So, paano? First, I can just cross-multiply. So, if I'm going to cross-multiply this equation, ano mangyayari? So, mangyayari dyan, we will have x times dx is equal to y dy. O, tingnan nyo na guys. On the left side, we have a function of x and kapartner niya si dx. And on the right side, we have a function of y at kapartner niya si dy. O, diba? So, since magkapartner si x, which is a function of x sa dx, and on the right side, magka-partner si y, which is a function of y sa dy, then we can now integrate both sides. So, pwede na tayo mag-integrate on both sides. So, ang integral ni x ay 1/2 x squared or x squared all over 2. Pwede rin. Then, on the right side, ganun din. We will have 1/2 of y squared or y squared all over 2 plus c. Then, we can have this as our final answer. Now, ito tanong ko. On the last video, I mentioned about inserting plus c, diba? Kasi if you're going to integrate, do not forget the plus c. Kasi si plus c, siya yung arbitrary constant mo. Now, here's the thing. Saan ba siya ilalagay? On the left side or on the right side? So, just like what I mentioned on the last video, kahit saan. Basta hindi pwede may plus c sa dalawang side. Only in one side lang. Tanong is bakit? Bakit kaya on one side lang? Hindi po pwedeng both sides. Okay? So, let's just say we integrate both sides. Okay? So, we use c as a representation ng arbitrary constant. And remember that ginagamit natin si plus c kapag nag-integrate tayo. Right? So, on the left side, anong integral ni x? So, 1/2 x squared. So, meron tayong plus c. Alright. Then, on the right side, ganun din. 1/2 y squared. Tapos, wait lang. Ayusin ko rin sulat ko. 1/2 y squared plus c. Now, kung ganito mangyayari, meron kang subscript na numbers. If you want plus c on both sides. Ang tanong is bakit? Why do we have subscript numbers? Because yung arbitrary constant mo sa kaliwa may not be the same as the arbitrary constant sa kanan. Ulitin ko. Yung arbitrary constant na c on the left side may not be the same as the arbitrary constant on the right side. There is a chance na magkaiba yung dalawang constant nyo on the left and on the right. Kahit magkaparehas sila, still, there is a chance na magkaiba sila. Gets nyo ako? What if on the left side, we have your C sub 1 to be specific as 2, then on the right side, meron tayong negative 3. O, di ba? Magkaiba silang dalawa. Right? Not everything is the same. Kasi kung plus C siyang dalawa, if both of them are plus C, okay, tanggalin ko to. If both of them are plus C, ang mangyari dyan, pwede ko naman silang i-cancel eh. Ito, di ba? Kung plus C sila, ibig sabihin nun, magkaparehas sila ng constant on the left and on the right every time. So, ibig sabihin nun, kung ito si 2, then on the right side, 2 na rin to. Kung on the left side, meron tayong negative 1, then on the right side, negative 1 na siya. Ano mangyari nun? Ang mangyari nun is that if we combine constant terms, maka-cancel yun. Diba? Pero in reality, if we're going to integrate both sides, not every arbitrary constant are the same to each other. So dapat, kung gusto mo, may plus C sa kaliwat sa kanan, dapat C sub 1 at C sub 2 ang gagamitin mo. Alright? Pero bakit plus C pa rin? Diba sabi ko kanina, you can put plus C, pero in one side lang. Right? So bakit plus C pa rin? Remember that we need to combine similar terms, right? So itong si C sub 1 at C sub 2, ano silang dalawa? Di ba? Both of them are Both of them are constant terms, di ba? So if both of them are similar terms, ano ibig sabihin nun? I-add natin silang dalawa. So what happens if we add them together? What happens? Okay? So if we add two arbitrary constants together, we can just simply represent the sum of C sub 1, sum of C sub 1 and C sub 2 as capital C na lang. Okay? So therefore, kung i-transpose mo si C sub 1 on the right side, okay, so meron tayong 1/2 y squared plus C sub 2 plus C sub 1. By the way, hindi to negative ano pa rin siya, plus C sub 1 pa rin siya kasi arbitrary constant to. So, what happens here is that ito, if you're going to combine them, we will just have a plus C. So, ganun na lang yung magiging result. So, okay, so far so good. At least, I already explained to you kung bakit we're going only. Alright? So, was there other ways for you to simplify this equation? Yeah, you can still simplify this one. Alright? So, itong equation na to, we can cross-multiply actually. Itong denominator na to, i-multiply mo siya dito sa equation na to. What will happen is that meron tayong 1 times x squared is equal to y squared plus, wait lang. Alright, going back. So we will have y squared plus 2c. However, meron tayong 2 at meron tayong c dito. So, dito, if you're going to multiply a constant term or an arbitrary constant to a arbitrary constant, ang sagot mismo ay arbitrary constant pa rin. Okay, let me complete my sentence. If a constant term or an arbitrary constant is used to add, to multiply, to divide, or to subtract another arbitrary constant, ang sagot nun is yung arbitrary constant mismo. So therefore, ito, 2 times C or 2 times the arbitrary constant C, magiging C pa rin siya. Okay? Because remember, arbitrary constant is ambiguous. I think I already explained that sa video ng elimination of arbitrary constant. Okay? It is ambiguous. Okay? Yung si C, pwede pala siyang whole number or irrational number, o kaya pwede siyang ln of C, basta constant lang siya, o kaya pwede siyang sin C, basta constant yung input ng sign, di ba? So, it could be interpreted in different ways. So, yun, 1 times x squared, x squared. Ayan. Then you can combine y squared on the left side. We will have x squared minus y squared is equal to c. Yan. Usually guys, in solving a differential equation, ang ginagawa nila, yung si c, nilagay nila sa on the other side. Then yung mga lahat ng terms, nilagay niya sa kaliwang side. Or vice versa. Yung iba naman, basta na-solve mo na yun, okay na yun. So yeah, you have 3 answers and none of them are correct. Alright? Ang pinagkakaiba nga lang nila is how they format. Okay? So let's have other examples. Suppose we have quantity y minus 3 times dy all over dx is equal to x squared. Now, how are we going to combine y tsaka si... mali ako. How are we going to combine function of y kay dy tsaka si function of x kay dx? So, as you can see, itong si y minus 3 at tsaka si dy, magkadikit na siya. Ano na lang ang hindi magkadikit? Si dx at tsaka si x squared, di ba? So, what I can just do here is I'm just gonna cross-multiply. Yun na lang gagawin ko. So, I'm going to multiply dx dito sa x squared. What I will have here is meron na akong quantity y minus 3 times dy is equal to x squared dx. Ayan. So dito, as you can see, yung function of y dito, which is si y minus 3, ay partnered na sa dy, and yung function of x, which is si x squared, ay partnered na siya sa dx. We can now integrate both sides. Okay? We can now integrate both sides. So, anong integral ng y minus 3? So, integral ng y minus 3 is 1 half of y squared or y squared all over 2, parehas lang, minus 3y. O, diba? You can put plus c here if you like to, or kahit saan. Then on the right side, meron tayo 1 half of x squared. And yun yung sagot natin. That's it. That's our answer. Or you can still simplify this one. Pwede tayo mag-cross-multiply kasi itong C2 na denominator, we can multiply dito sa left side. So if we multiply 2 on the left side, ang mangyayari dyan, we will have y squared minus 6y, 6y plus 2c, or c na lang is equal to x squared. O, diba? Then, kung gusto nyo ilagay si c on the right side, no problem. I-transpose mo lang si x squared on the left and si c on the right side. We will have y squared minus 6y minus x squared is equal to c. O, diba? So you have 3, ano ba yan? Sorry. So you have 3 possible answers sa mga choices mo. But both of them are actually correct. So yun. O diba? Medyo madali-madali lang siya. Alright? Okay. Suppose meron tayong ganitong complicated na differential equation. X times dy minus dy plus y dx plus 3 dx is equal to 0. So paano to? This is kind of a bit complicated, you know? Pero worry not, let's try to take it very slow. Una, try kong i-combine lahat yung naka-dy at lahat yung naka-dx. Okay? So, as you can see, we have x dy minus dy. Okay, makadikit na sila. Then, meron tayong y dx at 3 dx. Ayan, makadikit na silang dalawa. Okay. So, on the left side, ito on the left side pala. Dito, sa first two terms, meron tayong terms na may dy. And sa last two terms, meron tayong terms na naka-dx. So, okay, that's good actually. Now, anong gagawin natin? Ang gagawin natin is we will factor them out. So, if I'm gonna factor out the first two terms, ay factor out ko dito si dy. Okay? Since yan yung common factor niyang dalawa. So, we will have quantity x minus 1 times dy. Okay? Next, on the right side, dito, i-factor ko rin si dx dyan sa last two terms. Since kasi dyan, yan yung common factor nila. So, we will have quantity y plus 3 times dx is equal to 0. Ayan. Now, as you can see, itong function na to ay f of x kasi halata naman tingnan mo naman yung variable dito, naka-x siya, di ba? Dito naman, f of y din kasi halata rin kasi meron siyang variable dito na y. So, paano ko i-combine si y kay dy at x kay dx despite their constant terms? Una, I can just simply transpose this one on the right side. So, meron tayong quantity x minus 1 times dy is equal to quantity y plus 3. Ayan. Then, ang gawin ko, negative pala to guys. Negative y plus 3 pala to. Forgive me. This is negative y plus 3. Raising ko lang to is equal to negative y plus 3. So, ang gawin ko is I'll divide both sides by x minus 1 para makatabi si dx. So, ito meron akong dy is equal to negative quantity y plus 3 all over x minus 1 times dx. Ayan. Now, as you can see, si x minus 1 magkadikit na kay dx. Pero paano naman itong si y naman? Itong si y plus 3. So, kung gusto nyo, pwede nyo namang isama si negative. Okay? It's up to you kung gusto nyo siyang isama. Alright? For me, hindi na. Ang gusto ko lang gawin is, I will just basically ilagay si y on the left side. Alright? So, by doing so, I will multiply both sides of the equation by 1 all over y plus 3. So, ano mangyari kapag na-multiply ko both sides by 1 all over y plus 3? Ang mangyari dyan, I will have 1 all over y plus 3 is equal to negative 1, may nakalimutan ako. 1 all over y plus 3 times dy is equal to negative 1 all over x minus 1 times dx. Okay? Or pwede mo namang ibaba si negative dyan. So magiging ganito na siya. Magiging negative 1 all over x minus 1 dx. Ayan. So, what can we do? What we can do now is, we can now integrate kasi magka-partner na si y kay dy at x kay dx. So, let's integrate. So, anong integral nitong dalawa? Ang integral nitong dalawa ay ln of y plus 3 plus c is equal to negative ln of x minus 1. Okay, yan yung sagot. Alright? Now, here's the thing. Paano ko to na-solve? Itong naka-rational expression to kasi, di ba? 1 all over isang polynomial na expression. So, paano ko na-solve? If you recall sa lesson nyo sa integral, which is u substitution, gawin nyo yun. Alright? U substitution. So, to be specific, ito kasi ginawa ko. Alright? So, pabigyan ko kayo. 1 all over y plus 3 times dy, di ba? I let u as y plus 3. Tapos, kinuha ko yung derivative ng u. So, ang derivative ng y plus 3 is magiging dy lang yan. Okay? So, therefore, ang mangyari dyan, I will have the integral of 1 all over u times yung dy ko is equal to du, so magiging du yan. So, anong integral ng 1 all over u? This is ln of u, di ba? Tapos may plus c. So, ano si u? Si u, di ba, si y plus 3 pa rin. So, we will have ln of y plus 3. Okay? Plus c. That's the same thing I did here dito sa 1 all over x minus 1. Ganon din yung ginawa ko. Alright? So, now let's go back. So, yep, ito na yung final sagot nyo. Or, pwede nyo pa itong i-simplify. Okay? Kung gusto nyo, i-combine nyo sila, lahat ng terms on the left side, tapos itong si C, ilagay nyo lang sa right side, wala namang problema, actually. Alright? Or, itong gagawin ko. Lahat sila, i-convert ko sila into exponential function. Paano? Una, ilagay ko itong si negative, itong si negative na coefficient. Kasi ang coefficient ng negative ln of x minus 1 ay negative 1. Okay? So, ito, gawin ko siyang exponent dito. Okay? So, what happens here, kapag yun yung nangyari, is I will have this equation. Ln of y plus 3 plus c is equal to ln of x minus 1 raised to negative 1. Okay? So, ang gawin ko, on both sides, gawin ko silang naka-e. Okay? Kumbaga, lahat sila naging exponent ng e. So, magiging ganito, e raised to ln of y plus 3 plus c is equal to e raised to ln of quantity x minus 1 raised to negative 1. Ganyan na yung magiging tsura niya. Alright? So, paano na to? Okay. Una, ito on the left side, ipaghiwalay ko yung exponent ng ln of y plus 3 at saka si plus e. So, pag pinaghiwalay ko silang dalawa, I will have e raised to ln of y plus 3 times e raised to c. Then, meron akong e raised to ln of x minus 1 raised to negative 1. Ganyan na yan. So, now, dito, kapag meron akong e raised to a natural logarithmic na function, ika-cancel ko si e at saka si ln. Maiwan lang yung naka-input niyang meron doon. So, in other words, e and ln should be cancelled. Ang maiwan ay si y plus 3. So, ang mangyari dyan, we will have quantity y plus 3 times e raised to c. Okay? Then, ganun din on the right side, tatanggalin natin si e at saka si ln. Meron tayong x minus 1 raised to negative 1. O, diba? So, this one could be your final answer. Or, pwede pa natin siyang i-simplify. Remember, itong si e raised to c, isa siyang constant. Kasi yung exponent ng e ay constant siya. So, therefore, constant na rin to. It is a constant na rin. So, eto, magiging ano na to? Since yung exponent niya ay naging arbitrary constant, so therefore, arbitrary constant na lang to, which is c na lang. So magiging quantity y plus 3 times c is equal to x minus 1 raised to negative 1. O, diba? So pwede na to as your final answer. Or, pwede pa natin yung i-simplify pa. Okay? So ito, we can just reciprocate this one kasi ito naka-negative exponent. So by reciprocating this one, ano magiging resulta? We will have quantity y plus 3 times c is equal to 1 all over x minus 1. Tapos we can cross multiply. Pwede ko i-multiply itong si denominator na x minus 1 dito on the left side. Magiging quantity x minus 1 times y plus 3 times c is equal to 1. Okay? Or ilagay mo si c sa unahan or sa gitna, there's no problem. The answer is still the same. Pero kung gusto mong ilagay si c on the right side, pwede naman. You can just divide both sides by c. Ano mangyayari? Mangyayari dyan, we will have x minus 1 times y plus 3 is equal to 1 all over c. Or, kagaya ng sabi ko kanina, if you're going to divide anything na may arbitrary constant, ang sagot ay arbitrary constant because it is still a constant ang resulta. So therefore, we will have equal to c. So for me, ito na yung final answer ko. Okay? So mararami pang iba. Pwede pwede ito. Okay? Pwede ito. Pwede rin to. Okay? Pwede rin ito. Okay? Or ito. I'm just giving you some possible um, correct answers. So last example natin is we have this one. Let's just say we have this. Ano na yun? Yeah, wait. Integral of, ay, bakit may integral? Sorry. Nawala ko. Ito pala. Sine of 2x all over cosine squared of y is equal to dy all over dx. So, paano to? So, parang ano lang to nung first problem, i-cross-multiply mo lang sila. Ano mangyayari? If you're going to cross-multiply, this would be sine of 2x times dx is equal to cosine squared of y times dy. O di ba? It's easy. Now we can integrate both sides. Alright? So, eto, since kasi on the right side, this one is a bit complicated kasi hindi mo to kayang tong i-integrate easily, not unlike on the left side. Because if you're going to integrate on the left side, all you need to use is u substitution. Alright? So mamaya I'll explain to you. Okay, kasi diretsoin ko na yung sagot. Okay? But for now, let me simplify the right side. On the right side, okay, there is a simplified answer for answer tuloy. Simplified substitution para kay cosine squared of y. And ano kaya yun? And that would be 1 plus cosine of 2x all over 2. So, saan ko nakuha to? Itong si 1 plus cosine of 2x all over 2, which is yung tinatawag natin na power formula identity sa trigonometry. Ito yun eh. Okay? If we have, bakit sine? Sorry. If we have cosine squared x, this is just the same as 1 plus cosine of 2x all over 2. Okay? So, yeah, that's basically it. Yun lang siya. Alright? So now we can integrate. On the left side, kung i-integrate mo to, itong si sine of 2x, ang magiging sagot nito is you will have 1, 1 tuloy, mali ako, bakit 1? Magiging negative 1 half of cosine of 2x. Yan yung magiging sagot niya on the right side. Then ito, ang integral nito, we will have 1 half, wait, bakit x pala? Sorry guys, hindi pa to x, y pala to. Forgive me guys, this is y. Sorry. Ano to y to guys hindi to x forgive me So going back, ito, this would be 1 half times y plus ito, this would be, ano ba to? I think this would be sine fourth of y, fourth for y tuloy, sine 2y all over 4 plus c. So check natin kasi ako sine-straightforward ko na kasi. So dito, on the left side, paano ko nakuha yung integral nito? So I use substitution method. Okay? Sine of 2x dx. So I let u as 2x. So kunin ko yung derivative ng u or 2x, I will have 2 dx. Tapos hanapin ko si dx dito, I will have 1 half of du. Yan na yan. So ang mangyari dyan, I will have the integral of sine u times yung dx natin which is si 1 half du. So ang sagot natin dito, okay, is that we will have, sorry, wait lang.
we will have negative cosine of u times 1/2 plus c. Alright? Tapos, ilagay mo lang si 1/2 dito sa unahan. We will have negative 1/2 times cosine of u. Then, i-substitute mo si u as 2x ulit. So, magiging cosine of 2x plus c. So, yun na yun. Okay, that's how I got it. Then, on the right side, itong si 1/2 y, itong si 1/2 y na may cosine, 1/2 y times sine of 2y, ang ginawa ko is pinag-decompose ko yung fraction into 2. Okay? By separating the terms in the numerator. Okay? So, going here, okay, we will have 1/2 plus cosine of 2y. Okay? All over 2. So ito, this is a constant term. So, ang integral ng constant term, so ito, magiging 1/2 of y. Ito naman, itong si cosine of 2y, dito naman, wait lang ilagay ko siya dito. Cosine of 2y, ayan, all over 2 times dy. Ano ba yan? Iusog ko lang sa baba. So dito, ang gawin ko is ilabas ko yung constant ko dito. So, I will have like 1/2 times the integral of cosine of 2y. Ayan. That's it. So yun, kung anong ginawa ko sa kaliwa, yan din ginawa ko dito sa cosine. Okay, which is u substitution. So ginawa ko si u, si 2y. So kunin ko yung derivative ng u, which is derivative ng 2y. So I will have 2 dy. So hanapin ko si dy, meron na akong 1/2 of du. So ano mangyayari? So I will have 1/2 times the integral of cosine of u times yung dy ko, which is 1/2 times du. So pag kinumbine ko si 1/2 tsaka si 1/2, itong dalawa, ang nangyari dyan, namumultiply sila. So I will have 1/4. Then ito, yung integral nito, si cosine u times du, ang mangyayari dyan is we will have sine u. Kasi ang integral ng cosine u is sine u. Remember that si u ay si 2y, di ba? So magiging 2y na to as a result. So therefore, ang sagot sa right side ay 1/2 y plus 1/4 of sine of 2y. So yun yung ginawa ko rito. Okay? So that's it actually. Wait lang, burahin ko nga lang to. Forgive me if nakaka-trigger yung ginawa ko kanina or paminsan kapag nag-click ako sa taas ng tab, yung nakikita nyo na yon. Nagloloko kasi yung mouse ko na yon. Forgive me. Anyways, so pwede na to as your final answer. Okay, pwede na yan. Or pwede nyo pa siyang i-simplify. Okay? Itong denominator na to dito, pwede mo siyang cross-multiply dito. Or ibig sabihin nun, pwede mo namang siyang actually i-multiply si 2, itong si denominator niya, on the right side. So mangyari dyan, we will have negative cosine of 2x is equal to y plus 1/2 of sine of 2y plus c. Okay? Or, pwede pa natin siyang in-simplify actually. There's no problem. Para di tayo mahirapan, gawin natin tong into a whole fraction. Okay? So, paano ko gagawin to? So, ito, basically, I use butterfly technique. Okay? Or, para di na lang kayong mahirapan, imagine mo, since ito kasi, siya lang yung naka-fraction, at itong dalawa ay hindi naka-fraction, imagine mo, minultiply siya ng 2. Okay? Ng denominator ng 2. So, what happens kapag ganun? Ang mangyari dyan is that we will have 2y, teka lang, ayusin ko lang. So, we will have 2y plus sine of 2y plus 2c or c lang siya all over 2. Okay? So if you want me to be specific, ganitong ginawa ko. Alright? So kita nyo tong first two terms. Ito muna. Okay, ito muna. Kita nyo to. Alright? Ito, you can either do butterfly technique or gamitin yung method yung conversion ng mixed fraction into improper fraction. So ako, gagamitin ko yung conversion ng mixed fraction to improper fraction. Ang gawin ko is, i-multiply ko yung denominator dito sa term na to. So magiging 2y yan. Then after that, i-add ko yan dito sa numerator. So magiging, ano na to? Magiging 2y plus sine of 2y. Then i-copy nyo si denominator which is si 2. O di ba? Tapos meron tayong plus c. So ganun din gagawin ko. Okay? Multiply ko si 2 times c. So magiging 2c or magiging c lang siya. Then after that, i-add ko siya dito sa numerator. Okay? So mangyayari dyan, I will have 2y times sine of 2y plus c all over 2. O di ba? Or itong si c, pwede ko naman siyang gawing c all over 2. Pwede naman. Kasi remember, si arbitrary constant, kakasabi ko lang dun sa elimination of arbitrary constant video, it could be ambiguous. Pwede siya kahit anong type of constant. Di ba? Pwede siyang pwede siyang whole number, pwede siyang fraction, di ba? So itong si c, pwede ko naman siyang gawing fraction eh. Pwede ko naman siyang gawing c all over 2. Kasi si c all over 2 is just the same as c. Pwede naman eh. Di ba? Then since meron tayong dalawang fraction na magkapares ng denominator, which means similar fraction sila, so I can add the numerators only, hindi yung denominator. So what happens here is that meron na tayong 2y plus sine of 2y plus c. Then all over 2. O di ba? Tapos, kung gusto mo matanggal si 2 dito, edi i-multiply ko siya dito on the left side. So magiging negative cosine of 2x is equal to 2y plus sine of 2y plus c. And for me, I'm gonna stop right here. It's up to you kung paano nyo siya i-format, pero for me, tapos na ako dito. So yun, that's it guys. Alright, so just apply what you learned in sa integral if you're going to use separable variable. So I think yun lang naman ang mabigay ko for now. So I hope you have learned something in this video. The next video na discuss natin is homogeneous differential equation, which is I do believe na medyo sabihin natin na medyo di naman sa sinabi kong mahirap. Let's just say a bit tedious lang siya. Kasi it involves substitution. So yun lang naman guys. So see you soon.